Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam. You're watching Steady Invest, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Ford stock again, ticker symbol F. And this past week, they had their earnings, and it looked pretty good. So we're going to be talking more about that, as well as their new fully electric SUV, the Mustang Mach-E. So really exciting, looks pretty good. So we'll get into more details. Before I do, if you haven't already, smash that like button. It helps my videos get out there. As well, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're in Canada and want to start trading with Wealthsimple or Questrade, use my links below and we'll both get free money. Now, onto the video. Alright guys, looking at the chart first, so we see about a year ago, during the March crash, it was about $10, falling all the way down to about a low of $4, and then we saw a gradual uptrend up until the beginning of this year. We saw huge volume on January 21st. A big move up, and then we had earnings just last week. So on that day with big volume, we reached a high of $12.11. Then we pulled back over the upcoming week, and around earnings time we bounced back up to that resistance point now of where we hit that high a couple weeks ago. Whether it breaks through or it continues to consolidate is anyone's guess. So we got some news. February 1st, Ford and Google to accelerate auto innovation, reinvent connected vehicle experience. And we see this across the industry. We see Cruise and GM teaming up with Microsoft to commercialize self-driving vehicles. Another way Ford is innovating and being more modern, and we like to see that. Especially being a legacy automaker, seeing them get with the times. After their earnings, Ford boosts investment in electric and autonomous vehicles to $29 billion through 2025, beating on earnings at 34 cents versus an expected loss of 7 cents, but missing on revenue, $33.2 billion versus $33.89 billion expected. Nonetheless, though, investors seem to like the earnings as the stock price did go up afterward. Looking at the earnings presentation, they generated $1.9 billion of adjusted free cash flow. They successfully launched 3 new vehicles that exemplify the new direction of Ford: the all-electric Mustang Mach-E, which we'll get into in a moment, the all-new F-150, and the Bronco Sport. And this is the big thing investors want to see, the electrification revolution. So through year-end, invested about $7 billion in electrification, on their way to investing $22 billion by 2025, and they're the first company to announce plans for an all-electric van, the E-Transit, and an all-electric pickup, the F-150. Looking at their financial results, not the prettiest of sights. However, this was to be expected given just where the automaker's been over the last decade and a half, really. But again, as an investor, you have to be forward-looking. What are they going to do versus what have they done so far? Although financials are extremely important when it comes to any investment, however, though, we can't just look at them at a vacuum. We have to look at the entire story of what Ford is trying to write for themselves. And they want to lead this revolution in areas of strength, so such as their pickup vehicles, utility vehicles, and commercial vehicles. Looking at cash flow and balance sheet, we see Q4 adjusted free cash flow of $1.9 billion, driven by Ford credit distributions and automotive EBIT. And we see the company cash balance at $30.8 billion versus $22.3 billion last year, and liquidity at $46.9 billion versus $34.4 last year. So perspectives on 2021, tailwinds, a non-reoccurrence of a pandemic shutdown. I think everyone is happy about that one. Strong must-have products, the Rivian gain, and warranty and material costs, growing industry volumes. Headwinds, commodity costs, emerging semiconductor shortage, and we see that across all the automotive companies worldwide. They're saying though that the situation is very fluid. Adjusted EBIT and free cash flow guidance for 2021 does not include the impact of the semiconductor shortage. And in a scenario where they do lose 10 to 20% of planned first half production, the potential full year impact is $1 billion to $2.5 billion of net reasonable cost recoveries and some production makeup in the second half. And of course, we have to talk about their all-electric Mustang Mach-E. And I know a lot of people are upset because they used the brand Mustang, but I think this is the way they could make a big statement with their first all-electric vehicle. So again, it sucks that they use that for people that care, but looking at it from a pure business perspective, it looks pretty good. And I strongly recommend looking at this video, the Ford Mustang Mach-E versus Tesla Model Y by the Fast Lane car. And I was pretty surprised how nice it was against the Model Y, considering Tesla is by far the leader in electric vehicles and what they produced, and Ford's product actually looked really nice in comparison. Not to mention, Ford customers can still use a $7,500 federal tax credit to subsidize from the cost of the Mach-E which is going to give them a huge advantage this 2021, and I think they're going to sell like hotcakes. So investing in Ford has been a roller coaster ride over the past few decades, but considering their valuation as well, the Ford PE of 8 and the electrification revolution they're trying to implement, it'll be interesting to see how Ford continues and if they can execute. So Ford is definitely a very interesting name to look out for right now, but it does look like the company's finally rising out of the ashes. Anyway, that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps my videos get out there. And if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below, are you investing in Ford? See you guys in the next video.